I'm going to go try and catch Balil Mahmood. Excuse me. Could you recall a recall? Could you survive a recall?
No, I've never been.
You had three conservatives running with you, drawing votes off of Preston. You wouldn't have that in a recall.
I don't know.
How about your colleague over in 7? Is he going to survive the recall? You know what Willie Brown said? Willie Brown said nobody can win running against themselves.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you have to run against yourself without Autumn, you're screwed. Anyway, just tossing an opinion there. Could Mahmood survive a recall?
Who?
Willie Brown said you can't win a recall because you're running against yourself. He said that in the Chesa Boudin race. I'm wondering, we got this guy Del Carlo, or what the hell's his name, over in 7, run on a recall, but he's by himself. Do you think he'll survive that recall?
I don't know.
This is Randy Shaw, one of the wisest people in town, trust me.
I don't know Del Carlo. Where is he running?
No. What's the guy's name in 7 or 4? He's being recalled.
Oh, you mean Engardio?
Engardio.
It's going to be a tough thing. It's going to be tough.
What do you think? Willie said you can't win running against yourself. Do you agree with that characterization of what a recall is?
It's very complicated, but let's see how. Let's see.
Oh, come on. He has his great blog site. How old is your website? 25 years old?
Yeah, but one thing.
Beyond Crown, it's called, and this is Randy Shaw again. Go to Beyond Crown for Randy Shaw, and he makes no comment. Is this all going to end up taking away the rights of the accused?
No. That's not what this is about. This is about. No. It's about helping.
The mayor said, as a candidate, the mayor said that he would walk up to an addict with a cop and a social worker, and if they wouldn't take housing, he'd arrest them. You agree with that?
I don't agree with paying drug dealers, drug people that like stay in housing.
What about doing what Germany and Spain did and decriminalize drugs? And then you take the dealer and the cops out of the equation.
I like Donald Trump just busting all the drug dealers and kicking them out of the country. That's what it needs to do.
Yeah.
All the illegal immigrants need to go that are dealing drugs. Those are the ones that are selling drugs for everybody.
Yeah. I think you got it nailed. They want
to do like
they claim
housing. You have to do the drug program first.
They claim that.
Steve Adami, and I wanted to thank you
Sorry.
for attending this morning's rally to support the mandatory fentanyl state of emergency legislation. Over the past decade, parts of our city have become unrecognizable. San Francisco was once known as a beautiful city, families, businesses, and tourism. Today we're known for open-air drug markets, public drug use, overdose deaths, encampments, and boarded-up businesses. The mayor's legislation is going to give him the tools to be able to clean up our streets and support people struggling with homelessness.
Sometimes I wonder why I go to these things.
It's a great honor to introduce the host of today's rally, my friend and peer, Gina McDonald.
Hello, everyone. This is going to be short. And sweet. Everybody for joining us today, especially Mayor Lurie. We put forth this legislation and co-sponsors Supervisor Dorsey, Supervisor Mahmoud,
You're going to get an elected police chief.
Supervisor
You're going to get an elected police chief, and he's going to do it.
Electric?
Elected.
I don't know what that means.
I mean, the voters pick him instead of the mayor, the police chief. We picked our own police chief here 85 years. The last 65 years, the mayor's picked.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
had to deal with the gut wrenching pain.
I'd like to see 500,000 voters get a shot at it.
For too long, we've
Then you get 10
seen
guys
people
running
suffering
with different
in the
blanks.
name of
Every one of them had
passion
one
and
blank
integrity.
though, foot patrol.
And it has to end.
Only they don't do it. If they don't do it, then you vote them out.
Believe that this
You need
ordinance
300 people on the foot patrol. You know who said it? Michael Hennessy, 32 years the sheriff.
is a
here.
5-alarm fire that needs
I'm glad to see they got shorter cops on the mayor's detail now.
Mayor Lurie and the supervisors for moving us forward. And we hope other people join us and that the company afterwards. Thank you.
Those are a battery.
I'm honored to stand with the dedicated community leaders, activists, law enforcement, and elected officials who are taking action to address the fentanyl crisis. 2 weeks ago, I introduced my first major legislative proposal, the Fentanyl State of Emergency Ordinance. And today we stand united in our belief that we must treat this crisis like the emergency that it is. Since taking office, I have visited 6th Street a number of times. And just last week, I walked through the Tenderloin with Supervisor Mahmoud, and we encountered a woman that we both know, and we both know quite well. I've seen her on the street for years. She's struggling with addiction, with no clear path to treatment. And this story is not unique. It is happening all across our city. But we can no longer afford to look away. I entered this mayor's race not as a politician, but as a dad who couldn't explain to my kids what they were seeing on our streets. People in San Francisco are suffering. Every day that we don't act is another day of life lost to addiction, to overdose, and to despair. Our response must be just as urgent as the crisis that we are facing. What we are doing is not working, and we all know it. We need a comprehensive approach, one that includes public safety, expanding treatment, increasing shelter capacity, and addressing the behavioral and mental health challenges that are holding people back from recovery. We also need to hire the public safety and behavioral health professionals. With your support, we will bring the full force of our city's resources to bear on this crisis. From the beginning of this process, we have worked closely with our colleagues and partners at the Board of Supervisors. It is a new day of cooperation at City Hall, and we might not always agree on every detail, but we will engage in the spirit of collaboration and work together to find common ground. I want to thank my co-sponsors, Supervisor Dorsey, Ingardio, Cheryl, Mahmoud, and Sauter. Thank you all. I also want to thank President Mandelman and Supervisor Chan for their partnership. But most importantly, I want to thank all of you, the community leaders, the advocates, the families, the organizations on the front lines of this fight. You are the ones who are showing up, who are demanding action, and who have stood with me for the last year while I have said this, and I will say it again today. San Francisco is no longer a place that you come to deal drugs or to do drugs on our streets. Together, and only together can we make a difference, and together we can save lives. Thank you for being here today.
All right, good morning, everyone. Sure enough, good to see a lot of good people out here today.
Later.
And when the recovery community is called, they show up.